This is R.D. Sharma's solution, class 12, chapter 11, differentiation exercise is 11.7. Now this exercise is mainly consisting of this kind of questions which are called the parametric form. So x is different, y is different, we have to find out dy by dx. So there is an intermediate term or an element which is t here. Sometimes you will see theta also. So we'll differentiate with respect to this intermediate and then we'll divide it. So all the questions which are coming are based on this type only. So let us try to solve. X is equal to at square. Y is equal to twice of at. So we will differentiate this x with respect to t. So dx by dt will do. So a, since we are differentiating t square, it will be 2t. So it will be twice of at. 2t, so this is twice of at. Now here dy by dx, no, dy by dt, and that is going to be 2a, and differentiation of t will be 1, so we'll be getting 2a. Now dy by dx is what we intend to find. That is, we need dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So dt gets cancelled and you will get dy by dx in turn. So dy by dt is what? Twice of a. Dx by dt is twice of at. 2a gets cancelled, you get 1 by t, and that is the final dy by dx. Next is, same thing we have to do, but now with respect to theta. Sine and cos is involved. So dy by dx will be in the same way we did. X is equal to a theta plus sine theta, and y is equal to a 1 minus cos theta. Now dx by d theta. So dx by d theta is equal to, a will come in front, so we will not worry about that. Theta is 1, sin theta will be cos theta. I am differentiating with respect to theta. Here also dy by d theta, not dt, it's d theta. A will come in front, 1 will be 0, and cos theta is minus sin theta, so you'll get minus minus plus. So finally you will get what? It is going to be sin theta, because cos theta is minus sin theta, negative get cancelled and it will become a positive. So we have a sin theta. Now you need dy by dx. So this dy by dx is a sin theta divided by a1 plus cos theta. From where it has come? From dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So dy by d theta, sorry. Dy by d theta is a sin theta, and this is going to be a1 plus cos theta. So you can stop here also, but because we are able to simplify it, we can write sin theta as 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, and we can also write this 1 plus cos theta in some way. So sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. When it is 2 theta you get theta, when it is theta you get theta by 2. So you can write 2 sin theta by 2 and cos theta by 2. And in the denominator, 1 plus cos theta is 2 cos square theta by 2. So now you can cancel this 2 and 1 cos, 1 cos. So ultimately you will get sin theta by 2 and cos theta by 2, which accounts to tan theta by 2. So you can just write tan theta by 2, and that is the final result. Okay. This is a very straightforward question, because if you have learned how to do this, you can just go ahead. Okay. So we have x equals a cos theta, y is equal to b sin theta, and we'll differentiate with respect to theta first. So dx by d theta is a, cos theta is minus sin theta. Here also we have dy by d theta, and b will come in front, sin theta will be cos theta. Now you can find out dy by dx. That can only be found when you divide dy by d theta with dx by d theta. So 1 divided by 2 actually. What will you get? B cos theta divided by negative a sin theta. So this, see, minus b by a and cos theta by sin theta, you can write it as cot theta. So minus b by a cot theta. dy by dx. So there will be certain complicated questions that will be popping up. x is, so now we'll do it in a fast forward manner now. Dx by d theta is equal to a, you don't have to worry about a at all. So either you multiply e theta with sin theta and cos theta and then you take two different terms and do the product rule, or you can take e theta as one term and sin theta minus cos theta as another term, and then you can perform the product rule differentiation. That you can do. Alright. So e theta, e to the power theta is the first term, sin theta minus cos theta, the differentiation will be sin theta will be cos theta and cos theta will be minus sin theta. So minus minus will become plus. Alright. Plus. Now sin theta minus cos theta and e to the power theta will be e to the power theta only. This is the product rule I have employed. So can we resolve it? Yes, absolutely. When you take e to the power theta common, what will you get inside? I have taken it common. So you'll get cos theta plus sin theta minus cos theta. What does it mean? This cos theta can be cancelled out. So you can just cancel out sin theta becomes twice of sin theta. So you get 2 sin theta and here you get e to the power theta. This is your first term. Now the second term I'm just doing it above. Dy by d theta will be equal to, again, a, don't worry about a will always be there. We are going to cancel it anyways. So dy by d theta. So we have first term is e raised theta, second is sin theta plus cos theta. So I'll write a later. So e theta, now sin theta plus cos theta differentiation, cos theta is sin theta is cos theta is minus sin theta. Now you can take sin theta plus cos theta outside and you can differentiate e to the power theta now. E to the power theta differentiation will be e to the power theta. Now you can take e to the power theta common, and what do you get? You get this sign will get cancelled. So you'll get twice of cos theta. So you'll get 2a e to the power theta and cos theta. Now you see, when you divide this, because ultimately we have to divide. So dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta, that we have to do. So we'll divide. So it will be a twice of e to the power theta cos theta divided by a 2 to the power e theta sin theta. So this is the thing which I am not doing correctly. So I'll just change it because it has to come as cot theta. As I said, you have to divide this dy by d theta by dx by d theta. Alright. So let us see here. We just have to exchange the numerator and denominator right now. 2a e to the power theta cos theta, and here twice of a e to the power theta and sin theta. So you can just cancel these all, and cos theta by sin theta ultimately will give you cot theta. Okay. Dy by dx we have to find out. It is x equals b sin square theta, y is equal to a cos square theta. So this is also very, quite straightforward. You can just go ahead, because I hope you'll be able to resolve this. But for the sake of completion, dx by d theta we'll find out. B sin square theta will be 2 sin theta will be cos theta. Because if we are assuming it to be x to the power n sin square theta, so n x to the power n minus 1, and then the differentiation of sin theta. So b 2 sin theta cos theta, and dy by d theta is equal to a cos square theta. So a cos square theta will be twice of cos theta will be minus sin theta. Okay. Now we have to do dy by dx. So 1 divided by 2 actually, what we have been doing up till now, same thing. So minus twice of a cos theta sin theta first, and then in the denominator you will get 2b twice of b sin theta cos theta. So ultimately most of the things will get cancelled, and only minus or negative of a by b will remain, and that's your answer. Okay, same here, but here you have to find out the value at theta equals pi by 2. So x is equal to a 1 minus cos theta, y is equal to a theta 1 plus theta plus sin theta. So dx by d theta will be a. You can just write it like this. 1 differentiation is 0, sin theta is, cos theta is minus sin theta, so minus minus become plus a sin theta. Now dy by d theta, again a, theta will be 1, sin theta will be cos theta. So dy by dx you have to find out. So 1 and 2 1 divided by 2. So a 1 plus cos theta divided by a sin theta. Now you can use the formula of 1 plus sin theta and sin theta, that is sin theta, you can write 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. All this you can do. But the better way is to just put the value of theta equals pi by 2 in 1 plus cos pi by 2 divided by sin pi by 2. That's what you can do. So what are you going to get? See, cos 90, cos 0 is 1. Cos 90 is 0. Sin pi by 2 is 1. So 1 plus 0 by 1, you will get 1. Let me tell you again. What you have to do is first find out dy by dx by the way we have discussed up till now. Finally, in the place of theta, just replace it by pi by 2. So you will get 1. Okay. Just to recall what you have learned in trigonometry, cos 0 is 1, cos pi by 2 is 0. Similarly, for sine also, it's complementary. That is, sine 0 is 0, sine pi by 2 is 1. Now dy by dx, you will get x and y, and there is certain thing which you will get straightforward here. What will you get? Let us first differentiate. X is e to the power t plus e to the power minus t divided by 2. This is x. And y is e to the power t minus e to the power minus t divided by 2. Okay. So dx by dt, half we'll talk about it later. E to the power t is e to the power t, differentiation of dt will be 1. E to the power minus t, differentiation of minus t will be minus 1. So you will get e to the power t minus e to the power minus t divided by 2 because t2 is already there. Similarly, y is equal to e to the power t minus e to the power minus t. Dy by dt is equal to e to the power t will be what? Half is already there. E to the power t is e to the power t. E to the power minus t is e to the power minus t, and then differentiation of minus t is negative. So e to the power t plus e to the power minus t. Okay. So 2 is already there. Now what is this? This, if you compare it with the question, this is nothing but y. What is this? This is x. If you compare, just see the question, you will see. So dx by dt is ultimately nothing but, dx by dt is nothing but y only. And dy by dt, if you compare it with the this actual one, what do you get? It is going to be dy by dt, that is going to be equal to x. So dy by dx is equal to what? 1 by 2, that is x by y. X divided by y. Alright, that is your answer. Same thing here. How you are going to go about it? X, y, differentiate dx by dt, dy by dt, divide it. You will get the answer. If you want to do it by yourself, you can just go ahead. Let us do it. I'm going to tell you. Let us solve it now. Because there is a quotient rule, main thing which we are going to apply. X is equal to thrice of at divided by 1 plus t square. The only thing between x and y is the power of t. One time it is t, one time it is t square. So dx by dt, 1 plus t square whole square will come in the denominator. Then 1 plus t square, and the differentiation of 3at is what? T is 1, so 3a. Minus 3at will come like that. Differentiation of 1 plus t square will be what? It is going to be twice of t. So 6at square will be. Okay. Now, so you just multiply. You will get 3a plus 3t square, 3at square minus 6at square divided by 1 plus t square whole square. So 3a plus 3at square minus 6at square is negative of 3at square minus 3at square. Okay. And denominator you have 1 plus t square whole square. So dx by dt is this one. So minus 3at square, you can take common also. You can take thrice of a common, you will get thrice of a 1 minus t square divided by 1 plus t square whole square. Alright. 1 minus t square, 1 plus t square whole square. Okay. This is your dx by dt, remember. Now we will go about differentiating y, dy by dt with respect to t. So 1 plus t square whole square. Now 1 plus t square will be here. Differentiation of 3at square will be, t square is 2t. So 3a and 2t is 6at. 6at minus. So this is 1 plus t square was outside. Now this is, we are going to do the differentiation of 1 plus t square here. So 3at square will be there. 1 plus t square is 2t. So this is 6 and t cube. I'm changing it here only, not going to the other step. Multiplying it, 6at plus 6at cube minus 6at cube, 1 plus t square whole square in the denominator. 6at cube gets cancelled out. You will get 6at divided by 1 plus t square whole square. Alright, this is dy by dt. Now dx by dt is known, dy by dt is known, dy by dx you can easily find out. So this division you have to do, right? So just assume that I am dividing it. So this is thrice of a, 1 minus t square divided by 1 plus t square whole square. So 3a, 1 minus t square, 1 plus t square whole square. 1 plus t square whole square, you can just cancel it out. And 3a with 6a, that will be 2. 3a into 2 is 6a. So what, in the numerator you will get twice of t divided by 1 minus t square. Okay. 2t by 1 minus t square. Now here we have dy by dx. X and y are in terms of theta, sine and cos. So same thing we are going to do, dx by d theta and dy by d theta, then we'll divide them. So x is equal to a cos theta plus theta sine theta. So dx by d theta, a constant, so you can take it outside. Cos theta is minus sine theta, and theta sine theta will apply the product rule. So first, sine theta, differentiation of theta is going to be 1 plus, now theta and sine theta will be cos theta, differentiation of, this is cos theta. Okay, now sine theta and negative sine theta, you can cancel them out. So only a theta cos theta will remain. Okay. So this is dx by d theta, and dx by d theta is nothing but a theta cos theta. Now coming to the second part, dy by d theta. So this dy by d theta is a, you can take out. Sin theta will be cos theta. Now here we will apply the product rule, theta sin theta. So you have theta cos sin theta already done, theta cos theta, so minus theta sin theta. Then cos theta outside, d by d of theta is 1. So cos theta minus minus become plus. So you have plus theta sin theta minus cos theta. So now here cos theta gets cancelled, and you'll get a theta sin theta. So this is your dy by d theta. So in order to find out dy by dx, you can write it as dy by d theta and dx by d theta. So this implies a theta sin theta divided by a theta cos theta. So this gets cancelled out. Sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. Now dy by d theta, again we have in terms of theta, so dy by d theta, dx by d theta, like that. Okay. Okay. So let us do it. Dx by d theta we are going to find out, and then dy by d theta, and then we'll divide them. So dx by d theta, so e to the power theta first, then we'll differentiate theta plus 1 by theta. So this is going to be 1 minus 1 by theta square, because 1 by theta differentiation is negative 1 by theta square. And then theta plus 1 by theta, differentiation of e to the power theta will be e to the power theta only. Okay. So can we resolve them? Yes, we can definitely resolve them. You can take e to the power theta outside, and you can keep this 1 minus 1 by theta square plus theta plus 1 by theta. And then we can take the LCM, and then you can solve it. Alright. So we will take e to the power theta will remain like that. In denominator we are taking this theta square. Theta square already. Then you will get what? Here you will have theta cube. I'm just writing in with respect to the theta square in the denominator, and you know how to find out this the solution with respect to the LCM. So this will come as theta square minus 1 plus theta cube plus theta actually, and I would encourage you to write it in the descending order. So theta cube plus theta square plus theta minus 1 you can write. But now coming to dy by d theta, you have e to the power minus theta, theta minus 1 by theta. So e to the power minus theta, and differentiation of theta minus 1 by theta is 1 minus minus of 1 by theta square, minus minus become plus. Okay. Now theta minus 1 by theta, differentiation of e to the power minus theta will be e to the power minus theta, and there will be negative also, because differentiation of negative theta will be negative 1. So the sign in between will change. Now e to the power minus theta you can take common, 1 plus 1 by theta square minus theta plus 1 by theta will come. So same thing you are going to do here also. We are going to take e to the power minus theta outside, then theta square as the denominator. Okay. So this will come as theta square plus 1 minus theta cube plus theta. If you take every term, you will get theta square plus 1 minus theta cube plus theta. And I would again encourage you to actually write it in the ascending or descending order. That is always better. So you can write minus theta cube plus theta square plus theta plus 1 also. So I am just writing it like that. And this goes same for the first dx by d theta. The result in ascending or descending will give you a good result, means visually it will be effective to the examiner. Okay, now dy by d theta already found out. This we call it as 1, dx by theta we call it as 2, and we will just divide these two. So 1 by 2 is dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta, that is dy by dx. So I am just writing the content here. Okay. So theta cube plus theta square plus theta minus 1, theta square you will get cancelled, and there is e to the power minus theta or e to the power minus theta in the numerator and e to the power theta in the denominator. If you remember, e to the power theta has come in dx by d theta also, and e to the power minus theta has come in dy by d theta. So this e to the power minus theta is in the numerator, e to the power theta in the denominator, and then the denominator will go up, it will be e to the power minus theta. So e to the power minus theta and e to the power minus theta will give e to the power minus 2 theta. And this you can write like that only. And as I said, it is always visually appealing to write the content in the descending order or ascending order. dy by dx we have to find out. So this type of question we have already done. Okay. And so this is dx and y. So we have dx by d theta. So I'll just go in a fast forward manner. 1 plus t squared by 1 plus t square whole square in the denominator, 2t, 1 plus t square will remain like that. And 2t differentiation will be what? 2 minus this 2t will come in front. 1 plus t square differentiation will be again 2t. So 2t, 4t square. 4t square. So you can write it as twice of 2 into 1 plus t square, that is 2 plus 2t square minus 4t square. So 2 plus 2t square minus 4t square divided by 1 plus t square whole square. This will give you 2 minus 2t square. 2 minus 2t square divided by 1 plus t square whole square. So dx by d theta. You can also take 2 common, and that will be twice of 1 minus t square in the numerator in dx by d theta. Now dy by d theta we are going to go about. So 1 plus t square whole square in the denominator. 1 plus t square as it is. Differentiation of 1 minus t square, that is negative of 2t. Negative 2t, you can just write negative 2t. Then minus, okay, 1 minus t square here. 1 plus t square differentiation is twice of t. Okay. So we can take minus 2t outside, because minus 2t is in both the term. So I am taking outside 1 plus t square. Since we have already taken negative outside, 1 plus t square will remain. 2t is also outside. T square gets cancelled. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 into minus 2t is minus 4t. This is 2. So minus 4t it will be divided by 1 plus t square whole square. So dy by dx is equal to, dy by dx is dy by d theta divided by dx by d theta. Okay. So 1 divided by 2 we are doing. 1 and 2 are actually the terms which I am talking about. So minus 4t divided by 1 plus t square whole square. And this goes up when it is in the denominator. The denominator will go as the numerator in the denominator. So 1 plus t square whole square divided by twice of 1 minus t square, as I just suggested in a few minutes back. You can take 2 common from here. So twice of 1 minus t square. So you can just cancel 1 plus t square, 1 plus t square like that. And what do you get? This is 1 minus minus 2t. Minus 2t in the numerator and 1 minus t whole square. 1 minus t whole square. Now you can just keep it like that. But we cannot have answer in terms of t. We cannot have that. You have to always have is this in the term of x and y. Alright. So this x and y, if you take this and you divide them. If you divide this x and y originally, x and y will be what? So it is twice of t divided by 1 plus t square divided by 1 minus t square divided by 1 plus t square. So 1 plus t square will go up, and this gets cancelled. 1 plus t square divided by 1 minus t square. This gets cancelled. So twice of t divided by 1 minus t square. And this is negative extra. So this is nothing but, because it has all come from x by y. So x by y, but there is only a negative term, negative thing remaining. So dy by dx is minus x by y. Now there is no t. Next one is dy by dx. So we have cos inverse under root 1 plus t square, sin inverse t by under root 1 plus t square. No, it is 1 by under root 1 plus t square. Please remember, it is 1 by under root 1 plus t square. Remember. So I'll just go the normal way which we have been doing. Dx by dt. Cos inverse we already know. Cos inverse differentiation is minus 1 by under root 1 minus whatever is there square. So 1 minus x square. If it is cos inverse x, negative 1 by under root 1 minus x square. Okay. So minus 1 by under root 1 minus whole square of this. So I am squaring it now. 1 square divided by the root will go. So it will be 1 plus t square. So 1 by 1 plus t square will only remain. See, first of all, I have taken the term minus 1 by under root 1 minus that term square. Okay. Now the differentiation of this term, 1 by under root 1 plus t square. Differentiation of this will be, if it is 1 by under root 1 plus t square, 1 plus t square, this is 1 by 1 plus t square to the power half. Then it goes up 1 plus t square to the power minus half. Now differentiation of this will be minus half 1 plus t square minus half minus 1. And x to the power n minus 1. That is what we do. So minus half minus 1 is minus 3 by 2. So in this place you can write 1 minus half 1 plus t square to the power minus 3 by 2. Alright. And this minus 3 by 2 will go here. And then differentiation of 1 plus t square. 1 plus t square will be twice of t. So this, what will be the final? Please remember, this is the differentiation of 1 by under root 1 plus t square. So I am now cancelling. Minus minus this gets cancelled. Okay. Minus minus is plus actually. So this is half. 1 plus t square to the power 3 by 2 will be in the denominator, because it is 1 plus t square to the power minus 3 by 2. When it goes to the denominator, it will be 3 by 2. And into 2t, 2 gets cancelled. So you will get only t divided by 1 plus t square to the power 3 by 2. And what about under root 1 minus under root 1 minus 1 plus t square? We have to do that also. So let us multiply this 1 plus t square minus 1 by under root 1 plus t square. Now this goes up. This goes up. Okay, under root 1 plus t square will go up. So 1 plus, and 1 plus t square minus 1 will be minus 1 minus 1 is 1 minus 1 is 0. T square under root is t only. Okay. So this t I am cancelling out now. We have a t in the denominator. I'm cancelling it out. What all is remaining? This is under root 1 plus t square. This is nothing but 1 plus t square to the power half. This is 1 plus t square to the power half. And when it goes in the denominator, it will be 1 plus t square to the power minus half. Okay. Since we have 1 plus t square to the power 3 by 2 in the denominator already, this 1 plus t square to the power half, when it comes down, it will be 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2 the power. It will be simply 1 plus t square. So dx by dt whole comes to 1 by 1 plus t square. I hope all these things you understood very well. I just took one by one term and then solved it. Finally, this has come. Now I am taking dy by dt. Same thing here. dy by dt. Okay. Sin inverse anything, differentiation will be 1 by under root 1 minus square of that thing. So dy by dt will be equal to 1 by under root 1 square of this. So there will be no root. So 1 minus 1 by 1 plus t square. Okay. Now differentiation of 1 by under root 1 plus t square. How it will be done? 1 by under root 1 plus t square. This is nothing but 1 plus t square to the power half. And then when it goes up, it will be minus half. Now let us differentiate it. Minus half to the power 1 plus t square to the power minus half minus 1. So minus 3 by 2 it will be. So now let me just write like this. Minus half 1 plus t square to the power minus 3 by 2. I am taking this negative 3 by 2 to the denominator. 1 plus t square to the power 3 by 2. Okay. Now let us do this one. The same way we did the first one. So we have 1 by under root 1 minus 1 plus t square. It will be 1 plus t square minus 1 divided by 1 plus t square. That will be in the root. So this goes up in the numerator. 1 plus t square to the power half. 1 gets cancelled. Under root t square will be t. Same thing here. So what will be the final thing? 1 plus t square under root or 1 plus t square to the power half in the numerator. And t will be in the denominator. So this ultimately this 2 and 2 will get cancelled and t from the denominator. So 1 plus t square to the power half minus half here 2t. So we have 1 plus t square to the power 3 by 2 in the denominator also. 1 plus t square to the power 3 by 2. Okay. So this is 2t. 2 is already there in the denominator. T is also in the denominator negative. 1 plus t square to the power half, and it goes in the denominator. It will be 1 plus t square to the power minus half. So 1 plus t square to the power 3 by 2 and 1 plus t square to the power half. 3 by 2 minus half is 1 only. So minus 1 by 1 plus t square. This is dy by dt. Okay, dx by dt we have found out. Dx by dy by dt we have found out. So dy by dx is dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So this gets cancelled, 1 and minus 1, so it will be negative 1. The answer is negative 1. Right? So we have done we have taken a lot of time in the previous question. It is exactly similar or almost similar to this one. So I'm just skipping it. You have to differentiate with respect to t using the quotient rule. dy by dt will come, similarly dx by dt will come, and then we will divide them, and finally t square minus 1 by 2t will come. Let us do this one. So sin and cos is involved. So there will be a formula that we will be employing just now. I'll just tell you about that. So dx by d theta, 2 cos theta is minus sin theta, and minus cos theta is minus sin theta, so minus will become plus sin 2 theta. See, 2 theta differentiation will be 2. So final will be, I can take a 2 common from here and you will get sin 2 theta. I am writing sin 2 theta first, and minus sin theta, and dx by d theta it is. Now coming to dy by d theta. So 2 sin theta minus sin 2 theta. So 2 sin theta is cos theta and sin 2 theta is cos 2 theta, and differentiation of 2 theta will be 2. So I am taking 2 common, so cos theta minus cos 2 theta. Okay. Now dy by d theta, dx by d theta, you can just divide them. You will get dy by dx. So I am just taking this and putting it in the denominator. I am just trying to skip these steps to make it easier. 2 sin 2 theta minus sin theta. So cos theta minus cos theta 2 theta. So cos A minus cos B is minus 2 sin A plus B by 2 sin A minus by 2. That we already know. Sin A minus sin B is 2 cos A plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2. That also we know. And that you have to remember. So minus 2 sin 3 theta by 2. And then here we have sin theta minus 2 theta by 2. That is minus theta by 2. And we already know sin minus theta is minus sin theta. Sin minus theta is minus sin theta. That we already remember. So minus is already outside. Minus will come outside from sin minus theta by 2. So minus minus will become plus. So numerator will become 2 sin theta by 2 sin theta by 2. In the denominator, sin 2 theta minus sin theta. And that is going to give you 2 cos A plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2. So 2 cos 2 theta by 2 theta plus theta by 2, that is 3 theta by 2, and sin 2 theta minus theta by 2, that is theta by 2. Now here 2 gets cancelled, sin theta by 2 sin theta by 2 get cancelled, and sin 3 theta by 2 and cos theta by 2, if you divide them, it will be tan 3 theta by 2. So finally, after all the cancellation, you will get tan 3 theta by 2. This is your answer. Alright. So we have x equals to e to the power cos 2t. Y is equal to e to the power sin 2t. We have to find out dy by dx. Please see, there is no t term on the right. So dx by dt, dy by dt we'll find out. We'll divide them and see where it takes. Y equals e to the power sin 2t. So dy by dt will be e to the power of anything will be e to the power of that thing only. So e to the power sin 2t. And then sin 2t will be cos 2t. And differentiation of 2t will be 2. Only 2. So I'm writing 2 here. This is dy by dt. Next we'll do dx by dt. So dx by dt will be x is equal to e raise cos 2t. So we are now differentiating it. So this e to the power cos 2t, and cos 2t is minus sin 2t, and then 2t is 2. So dy by dx we have to find. Let us divide these two. When we divide, what are we going to get? See, I am just dividing these two, dy by dt and dx by dt. So you have 2 minus 2 e raise cos 2t and then sin 2t. So first you can just cancel these 2 out. There will be a negative. E raise cos 2t is x. E raise sin 2t is y. So in this place you can write y and x, because this is the question. In the question it is given already. How about cos 2t and sin 2t? Because we cannot have a t on right. We have already come till this point, negative y by x and cos 2t and sin 2t. And if you see, this x is equal to what? E raise cos 2t. So when we take the log x is, when you take log of e, it will be 1. And whatever is the power, it will come like that. So it will be cos 2t. Similarly, y is equal to e raise sin 2t. When we take log of y, this will be equal to log of e sin 2t. So this log e base, it cancels out, and then there will be only sin 2t. So sin 2t will be log y. So in place of cos 2t, we are going to put log x. Similarly, for sin 2t, we will place log y. Alright. So if you see this is your answer. This one and this one. X is equal to cos t, y is equal to sin t, dy by dt is equal to 1 by root 3. When t is equal to 2 pi by 3. Now this 2 pi by 3 is actually 120 degree. How can you get it? See, when you have 2 pi by 3, Let us convert it into degrees. So you have to multiply it by 180 by pi. This gets cancelled. 3 6 are 18. 60 into 2 is 120. 120. First, let us find out the solution, and then we'll place t equals to this 120 degree. X is equal to cos t. Dx by dt is equal to cos t is minus sin t. So it will be negative sin t. Y equals sin t. So dy by dt will be equal to cos t. This you know already. Divide them. Dy by dt and dx by dt. So 1 and 2, let us mark them and just divide them. So you have cos t divided by minus sin t, which is cos t, sin t is actually minus cot t. Okay, when t is equal to what? 2 pi by 3. So 120 degree. There are various ways to write. You can write it as 180 minus 60. You can write it as 90 plus 30. Whichever way you want or whichever way you like it. Means the answer, it's up to you. How do you get it? Okay. Okay. So better way is always to deal with 90. So cot 90 plus 30. Minus cot 90 plus 30. And since whenever we have this sin 90 minus theta, it is cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta it is sin theta, like that. And if you take A add sugar to coffee, you can also find out, or all student to college. From here you can find out whether it will be negative or positive, like that. So cot 90 plus theta, it will be negative, and it will be tan. So tan 30 it will be. And tan 30 we already know, it is 1 by under root of 3. So negative 1 by root 3. Well, this positive 1 by root 3, because negative will come out. X is equal to a t plus 1 by 2. Y is equal to a t minus 1 by t. So this question we have already done. Only t was theta. Theta plus 1 by theta. Theta minus 1 by theta. So you just have to go back. The already question has been done, and it was x by y. But still I will show you the solution so that you can try by yourself. And if you have followed previous questions, you know already how to do this. This is, and finally this t plus 1 by t and t minus 1 by t has to be replaced by x and y, which I already explained earlier. So I hope this will be done by you. So t is between negative 1 and 1. Dy by dx we have to prove as 1, and this x and y is given. So there are two ways to do it. First way we have already discussed. Sin inverse of something, 1 by under root 1 minus square of that thing. Tan inverse also you know, 1 by 1 plus x square. But we will take a different scenario here. How? X is equal to sin inverse 2t by 1 plus t square. Let us make it say easier. If you remember, when we actually did by 1 by under root 1 minus x square and 1 by 1 plus x square, that is the actual way or the differentiation of tan inverse, sin inverse and cos inverse. You already seen it was quite complicated. But here we will put t as tan theta. So when you are taking something t equals to tan theta, you have to see it has to be between the boundary of the region the question has given. It is negative 1 to 1. So t is between negative 1 and 1. So let us take t as tan theta. So tan theta is between negative 1 and 1. Okay. Now let us take tan inverse on all these values which are in the inequality. When we take tan inverse negative 1. So it will be negative pi by 4. I already explained you how it will be negative pi by 4 in the previous discussions. So theta and pi by 4. And now you need 2 theta. Why you need 2 theta? Because already seen that it's going to come as like that. I'll just show you. So I'm multiplying it by 2, everything by 2. So what do you get? 2 theta. So you have minus pi by 2, 2 theta. And there is no problem with this. Negative pi by 2. This is in our range. Okay. Now let us put x as tan theta. So x is equal to sine inverse 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Now let me tell you, if you remember this result, it is 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta is nothing but sine 2 theta. So sine inverse gets cancelled. That is why I took 2 theta. Remember, 2 theta was taken like this. So now you have 2 theta, and what was theta? Remember, t is tan theta, so theta will be tan inverse of t. So 2 tan inverse of t. So 2 tan inverse of t, in place of theta I am writing tan inverse t. This is x. Now dx by dt is equal to 2. Tan inverse t is now easy, 1 by 1 plus t square. Remember, in the beginning of this question I told you about that. Coming to the second part, which is y equals tan inverse 2t by 1 minus t square. So y is equal to tan inverse 2t by 1 minus t square. So t is equal to tan theta. Same thing we are going to put. T is tan theta. And same thing, this you have to do it for this part also. Please remember, I'm not repeating it, but this part has to be done again because this is a different thing. But all these steps will remain same. So y is equal to tan inverse, I'm putting t as tan theta, so 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta, and this is nothing but what? This is what? This is tan 2 theta. This is tan 2 theta. So it will be tan inverse tan 2 theta. And you can just cancel this tan in tan inverse, it will be twice theta. That is why we have to do this boundary checking. So 2 theta, it will be theta is nothing but tan inverse t dy by dt, and again this is twice of 1 by 1 plus t square. And if you see dx by dt and dy by dt are both same, when you have dy by dx, so you have to write dy by dx as dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So these both things are to be divided, and since they both are same, what do you get? You get this as 1. That will be your 1. X is equal to sine cube t by under root cos 2t. Y is equal to cos cube t by under root cos 2t. We have to find out dy by dx. Now this question involves many things, various things. Okay. So the first thing you have to look very carefully. Second part means dx by dt. If I am showing you dy by dt will also be done like that. So you have x as sine cube t divided by under root cos t. So dx by dt will be equal to, we'll apply the quotient rule. And how to apply the quotient rule, you know already that. Square of the denominator. So the root will go. So it will be cos t. So under root cos 2t, this will be under root cos 2t. Differentiation of sine cube t will be same as x to the power n. So n x to the power n, that is 3 sine square t. Then again for sine will be cos t. So what do you get? You will get sine square t cos t. And 3 is also there. So 3 thrice of this. Now coming to the second part, negative, minus. Now we have to differentiate under root cos 2t. So sine cube t will remain like that, and we have to differentiate under root cos 2t. So under root cos 2t is simply cos 2t to the power half. That is, when we differentiate it, it will be half cos 2t to the power half minus 1. So half cos 2t to the power minus half. So it will be, this cos 2t will go in the denominator. So 1 by 2 under root cos 2t. Alright. So 1 by twice under root cos 2t. Now cos 2t again we have to do. Cos 2t will be minus sine 2t. And then 2t will be 2. Differentiation of 2t will also be done. So it will be 2. So this plus. Okay. So now I am cancelling this 2 and 2. But we have to take the numerator and we have to solve it properly. How are you going to solve it? Just assume that this cos 2t is already there. I am saying denominator I am not going to touch. It will be cos 2t. I am going to tell you about the numerator. The numerator we have to take the LCM and we have to solve it till the point it is possible. Alright. Okay. So this 3 under root cos 2t sine square t cos t. Cos t plus this sine cube t sine 2t divided by under root cos 2t. Let us take the LCM. Cross multiply and then the multiplication of the denominator like that. So 3 under root will go. So it will be cos 2t, then sin square t and cos t, plus multiply this sin cube t and sin 2t. And in the denominator, what you are going to get? Under root of cos 2t. So cos 2t this will be, and under root of cos 2t. So this is what you get in the numerator. Please remember, last sin 2t we are going to put as 2 sin t cos t, but later, not now, because this is just some 10-20% we have done. Oh, the question is very big. So we have to do the dy by dt also, and then we have to divide them also, and then we have to apply different formula which is coming from trigonometry. Coming to y, so dy by dt will be equal to what? It is going to be, see, this is going to be in the denominator cos 2t, because it will be square. I am using the quotient rule. Under root cos 2t will remain like this, that only, and this cos 2t. And then we have the differentiation of cos cube t. It will be 3 cos square t. The differentiation of cos t will be minus sin t. Please remember, minus sin t. Then you have negative, minus means, and cos cube t differentiation of under root cos 2t was 1 by, please remember everything we have done. Okay. So you just have to repeat. This is just a repetition of what we did in dx by dt in this case. So 1 by twice under root cos 2t. Cos 2t will be minus sin 2t, and the differentiation of 2t will also be 2. So various things we have to see here. Now 2 you can cancel out just as the previous one. So now what we will do is, we will forget about cos 2t in the denominator. We are going to solve the numerator, and we will write this in the same way we wrote dx by dt, if you have followed whole of the question. Alright, I am doing the numerator now. So it will be under root get cancelled, so it will be cos 2t only. So 3 cos 2t cos square t sin t, and then we have this cos cube t, and then sin 2t. Denominator, what do we have? This. So now we will introduce this, means we have this cos 2t was already there. Cos 2t into under root cos 2t dy by dt. So now we are going to divide these two, dy by dt and dx by dt. Okay. So when you divide this, cos 2t under root cos 2t, this gets cancelled. Cos 2t and cos root t, this will get cancelled. Okay. So let us see this. This gets cancelled. So I'm not going to write that because it is going to get cancelled. And the numerator denominator you already know. So I'm writing the numerator and denominator, dy by dx. Numerator, this gets cancelled, as I already indicated you just now, because we are actually doing dy by dx by dy by dt and dx by dt, dividing them. So let me write what will remain, because cos t under root cos 2t will get cancelled. So you have minus 3 cos 2t cos square t sin t. This we have already done, I showed you already. So now cos cube t sin 2t now. Denominator you will have 3 cos 2t sin square t cos t. And in the second term will be sin cube t sin 2t. Now sin 2t you have to write as 2 sin t cos t. In the denominator also, last term will be 2 sin t cos t. And now you have to take sin t and cos t from the numerator and from the denominator as common. Until you don't do that, you will not be able to, because there are so many terms. How are you going to solve that? So cos t and sin t will come from that is why we did sin 2t as 2 sin t cos t. Okay. So now we have cos t sin t being taken out. Inside this we will have this minus 3 cos 2t and cos t. And then we have, since plus 2 cos, see it is cos, already we have this taken, so cos cube t. In the denominator also, as I just indicated, sin t and cos t has to be taken out. So I'm just cancelling these from here. So sin t cos t I'm taking from here. Cos t sin t. What all will remain? In the inside it will be 3 cos 2t sin t. First term will be this 3 cos 2t sin t. And the second term will be, as in the numerator, by analogy, it will be 2 sin cube t. Cancel these two out. What do we do here? Now this cos 2t, we have in the numerator also, cos 2t in the denominator also. So numerator will put cos 2t as 2 cos square t minus 1. In the denominator we will do differently. Denominator cos 2t will write it as 1 minus 2 sin square t. 1 minus 2 sin square t. So what are you going to get? Minus 3 is 2 cos square t minus 1 into cos t plus 2 cos cube t. In the denominator, as I just indicated you, it will be 1 minus 2 sin square t. Why? Because in the denominator it is all full of sin. So we cannot write cos. So we have 1 minus 2 sin square t. Here we have sin t plus 2 sin cube t. Just multiply all of it. Whatever is in the numerator means you have to have separate terms. Because there may be some cancellation and there may be some combination. Multiply inside. Because there will be a formula coming. Please remember cos 3t is 4 cos cube t minus 3 cos t. Sin 3t is 3 sin t minus 4 sin cube t. So I am just multiplying this. So minus 3 into 2 is 6 and then we have minus plus. So I am multiplying cos t into 3. So and don't take cos and sin common here. That will be a problem because we are actually going to make the cos 3t and sin 3t formula. If we take this cos t and sin t common, as we have taken earlier, there will not be any formula being formed. So we have multiplied now. So minus 6 here and minus 6 cos cube t and 2 cos cube t in the numerator. There is 3 cos t also. In the denominator you have what? See 3 sin t minus 6 sin cube t plus 2 sin cube t. So this 2 minus 6 is minus 4. So what do you get? Minus 4 cos cube t plus 3 cos t. And I am taking a negative. I am not showing it, but I am taking a negative from here because we have to make the formula. That is 4 cos cube t minus 3 cos t. In the denominator, it will be 3 sin t minus 4 sin cube t. So this is cos 3t. If we take the negative out, it will be cos 3t. And in the denominator, it will be simply a sin 3t. Negative is already there. Cos 3t by sin 3t is minus cot 3t. Minus cot 3t. Okay. Now the next question. So we have x and y, and basically these two are the reciprocals. I mean the power is changed. So if I assume this to be p, the power is q, y is basically q to the power p. So the differentiation will be same. I'm just giving you an analogy or the way the things are seen. But the differentiation is x equals t plus 1 by t to the power a. So x to the power n differentiation is what? X to the power n minus n x to the power n minus 1. Similarly, we'll do it here also. Dx by dt will be a t plus 1 by t to the power a minus 1. Now differentiation of t plus 1 by t. What it will be? It will be 1 minus 1 by t square. T is 1. 1 by t is minus 1 by t square. And what is y? Y is given as a to the power t plus 1 by t. So when we take dy by dt, so we are differentiating it with respect to t. So if it is a to the power t and we are differentiating with respect to t, it will be what? If it is y equals a to the power x, what is dy by dx? It is a to the power x log a. Since we are differentiating with respect to t, it will be a to the power that thing log a. So a t plus 1 by t, then we have log a. Alright. So now this differentiation of t plus 1 by t, which we have already done, it will be 1 minus 1 by t square. Now we have to divide them, so we have to do dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So 1 divided by 2 we are doing. Let us divide it. Okay. So a t plus 1 by t to the power a minus 1, 1 minus 1 by t square. Now since this 1 minus 1 by t square is similar, you can cancel them out. And then you will have a t plus 1 by t log a. And in the denominator you have a t plus 1 by t to the power a minus 1. Now this is the same thing which we wanted. This is the answer. So this question we have already done. Okay. And I hope you will be able to do it by yourself. I have given you the reference also. Quotient rule is to be applied here in order to solve this question. So let us start with those who want to actually know how to do this. Dx by dt I am doing. A will use it later. Denominator we have 1 minus t square to the power whole square. Then we have 1 minus t square here. Differentiation of 1 plus t square is what? It is 2t minus. So we have, first we have 1 minus t square outside, then we will take 1 plus t square outside and we will differentiate 1 minus t square this time. So it will be 0 minus twice of t. So twice of t. Minus minus become plus. So I am making the in between plus as negative as plus. So we have this 2t. So 2t you can take common if you want. You can take 2t common and you can just get inside things together and you will see that t square and t square will get cancelled. I'll just show you. So I'm taking a is already there. I told you a is already there. And 2t we are taking common. 1 plus t square plus 1 minus t square will be inside. So t square and minus t square, you can cancel them out. So you have, I'm just multiplying inside. You can take 2t common also, but let us multiply this. The result will remain same because minus 2t square and 2t minus 2t cube and 2t cube will also get cancelled. Denominator 1 minus t square whole square. A I am not writing right now. A is already there. So 2t and 2t is 4t and then we have a, 4at. Denominator 1 minus t square whole square. This is dx by dt. Now we will come to dy by dt. So dy by dt is, and please remember this dx by dt has to be taken in the denominator once we finalize the answer. So I am doing dy by dt now. 1 minus t square here, 1 minus t square in the denominator. Then we have 2t, differentiation is 2. Then we have 2t, 1 minus t square will be, 1 is 0 and negative will remain like this. So negative will become positive in between and 2t. So 2 minus 2t square plus 2 to the 4t square. So what do you get here in the numerator? 2 plus 2t square, because 4t square minus 2t square will be 2t square. You have 2 plus 2t square. So you can take 2 common. It will be 1 plus t square. 1 minus t square whole square. So I told you this dy by dt divided by dx by dt will be dy by dx. So you have to divide 1 by 2. So I'm just taking this and putting it in the denominator. So it will go up. 1 minus t square whole square. 480 will come down. Now this 1 minus t square whole square, this 1 minus t square whole square gets cancelled. And this 2, you can cancel this, 280. So 1 plus t square denominator you will get 280. Okay, this is your answer. X is equal to 10 into t minus sine t, y is 12 into 1 minus cos t. We have to find dy by dx. And we will do the same way which we have been doing up till now. Dx by dt. So 10 we'll talk about it later. Differentiation of t is 1. Sine t is cos t. 10 into 1 minus cos t. Dy by dt is equal to 12. 1 is 0. And cos t is minus sine t. So minus minus become plus. So sine t only. And now we'll take dy by dt by dx by dt so that we can get dy by dx. So 1 divided by 2 we have to do. So dy by dx by dt, it is going to be 12 sin t divided by 10 into 1 minus cos t. Alright. Now this 12 and 10 you can always cancel it and by 2 and you can get it 6 by 5. Sin t, sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. Sin t is what? 2 sin t by 2 cos t by 2. And in the denominator 1 minus cos t is what? 2 sin square t by 2. You already know that 2 sin square t by 2. And then we have this 6 and 5. So 2 gets cancelled. 6 and 5 is already there. 1 sin you can cancel. So cos t to t by 2 and sin t by 2. This is going to be cot t by 2. So 6 by 5 cot t by 2. This is your answer, dy by dx. Then we have x equals a theta minus sin theta. Y is a 1 plus cos theta. So we have to find out dy by dx at theta is equal to pi by 3. This first part, most of the time we have already done in previous questions. Pi by 3 is nothing but if you multiply it by 180 by pi, you will know the degree. That is 60 degree you have to keep when you actually find out the final result. So same thing we are going to do here. Dx by dt, d theta is equal to a, theta is 1, sin theta will be cos theta. So 1 minus cos theta it will be. A 1 minus cos theta. And then dy by d theta will be, a you can take common, 1 plus cos theta. So 1 is 0, cos theta is minus sin theta. It will be negative a sin theta. Dy by d theta by dx by d theta you have to do. 1 divided by 2. So you can just take this a 1 minus cos theta in the denominator. So this is how I save your time and my time also. I don't do all the step. I just explain things. So a gets cancelled. You can just open this sin theta as 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. 1 minus cos theta also you know. This is the way you can do. But the better way is if you know the value of sin 60 degree and cos 60 degree, you can solve this here only. So I'm just putting theta here sin 60 degree 1 minus cos 60 degree. So cos 60 degree is half, sin 60 degree is root 3 by 2. So you can just keep the value 1 minus half is half only. 2 gets cancelled minus root 3. So negative root 3 is your answer. Alright. So here your x equals a sin 2t 1 plus cos 2t. Y is b cos 2t 1 minus cos 2t. T equals pi by 4. Pi by 4 is 45 degree. Dy by dx has to be computed as b by a. Okay. So this is the way you can do, or you can follow what I have to offer. Let us see that. Dx by dt. Okay. Most of the people, they complain actually. They say that the answer is in front of you and you see the answer and just solve it. And then you say people don't see your video or don't like it. Now the basic thing is, see, everyone knows most of the mathematics. I just help. I just give the logic. So there is small push which some of the students need. That's what I provide. Okay. Because if I do everything, what will you do? Alright. I can also hide this answer and then I can just see and just write it. That is also possible. But there are certain students who ask that we want the answer so that we can write in our notebook and we can keep it as to refer next time. Alright. I'll show you how. I'll do it in a different way, just to be sure that things may be different from the answer. Okay, because there can be multiple ways of solving the question. So A will talk about it later, because A and B are definitely going to come. They are constant. Both x and y, on the right hand side we have A and B. So let us differentiate the way we were doing it. Sin 2t. I am doing it using the product rule. So sin 2t. 1 plus cos 2t, 1 is 0, cos 2t will be minus sin 2t, and then 2t will be 2. So it will be minus 2 sin 2t. So minus 2 sin 2t it will be. Minus 2 sin 2t. So what are you going to get? this now 1 plus cos 2t will take outside, and differentiation of sin 2t will do. Sin 2t is simply cos 2t. Okay, this dx by dt we have found out. A will talk later. A will be there, don't worry about that. And this is minus 2 sin square 2t, sin square 2t, sin 2t, sin 2t, sin square 2t. Okay, minus 2 sin square 2t. And then we have inside this plus cos 2t. I am multiplying cos 2t with 1 plus cos 2t. So we will get cos 2t plus cos square 2t. So anything which we can do here, cos square 2t, sin square 2t we have. We'll see, just see if we are able to solve this. Because I'm just trying to find out whether we can have some sin square theta plus cos square theta kind of stuff, or we can take something common, which I don't see right now. Maybe later, till the time we find out a way, we will go for dy by dt. dy by dt is b. B definitely is going to come later. Cos 2t, 1 minus cos 2t differentiation is 1 is 0, cos 2t is minus sin 2t. So minus is already there, minus become plus. So you just write sin 2t and differentiation of 2t will be 2. Then we have plus. 1 minus cos 2t will write like that. Cos 2t will be minus sin 2t. So here we have minus sin 2t. And then we have differentiation of 2t, that is 2. Okay, so we have 2 sin 2t cos 2t you can write. 2 sin 2t cos 2t you can write sin 4t, but I don't think it is necessary because we already know that t equals pi by 4 we have to keep. So just differentiate and keep the value. Now dx by dt I am writing again cos 2t here plus 2 cos square 2t and minus sin square t. I am just taking 2 common, nothing else. Here we are getting in the dy by dt 2 sin 2t cos 2t. And then we have here, just assume that 2 sin 2t is in front of 1 minus cos 2t, but multiply it. So minus 2 sin 2t, and then we have minus plus 2 sin 2t cos 2t. So 2 sin 2t cos 2t 2 times. So in the denominator you can write this as 2 sin 2t cos 2t will be 4 sin 2t cos 2t. 4 sin 2t and cos 2t. And here we have minus 2 sin 2t. Okay, pi by 4 we have to find out. Just keep pi by 2. A is there, B is there. See, I've divided this dy by dt with dx by dt divided by dy by dt I have done. So whatever is the answer, we have to make the reciprocal. 2t is what? 2 into pi by 4, which is pi by 2 only, which is 90 degree. So cos pi by 2 plus twice of cos square pi by 2 minus sin square pi by 2 divided by 4 into sin pi by 2 cos pi by 2 minus 2 sin pi by 2. Please remember, sin 0 is 0. Sin pi by 2 is 1. Then cos 0 is 1. And cos pi by 2 is 0. So cos pi by 2, cos square pi by 2, all these are zeros. Just remove this. This also becomes 0. And we have this as 2 minus 2 sin square pi by 2. Sin square pi by 2 divided by, this is minus 2 sin pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1. This is 1, this is 1. Minus 2 gets cancelled, you get a 1. Okay, now you see the answer I showed you and the answer I did, or the solution I did, is entirely different. Okay, now you have to reciprocal, because I did dx by dt divided by dy by dt. We have to do dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So I am just making a reciprocal. So it was a by b and that will be b by a now. So finally the answer will be b by a. If you remember, dx by dt, dy by dt I have done, and we need dy by dt by dx by dt. So it is coming as b by a. So there are different ways of doing it. I did in a different way. Somebody in U may do differently. The answer is different. In internet also you'll find different solutions. Because normally when I do a solution, I generally refer to certain good websites where the solution is already done. Just to be sure that I'm not going out of the, because teachers, they always follow the websites. Okay. So I don't want to give you a wrong answer. Next one is t equals pi by 4. We have to find out dy by dx. So this is very straightforward question. Nothing much to, there's no trick here. Dx by dt. We'll find out dx by dt, dy by dt and just divide them. So cos t, and I'm following the product rule. 3 will be 0 minus 2. Cos square t will be 2 cos t. Cos t will be minus sin t. Cos t is minus sin t. So minus becomes this sin t. So it is 2 to the 4. 4 cos t sin t. So you just write 4 cos t sin t. Okay. Then we have, and there is plus in between. This is very big plus, but just assume it to be a plus. 3 minus 2 cos square t, and then cos t will be minus sin t. So this big plus will now become a negative. Make it as a negative. So 3 minus 2 cos square t sin, and this cos t will be sin t, differentiation. I'm multiplying this now. So 4 cos square t sin t, it will be 4 cos square t sin t. And then we have, just assume that sin t is in front. So minus sin t here. So minus 3 sin t here. And minus become plus 2 sin t cos square t. 2 cos square t sin t. So 2 cos square t sin t, 4 cos square t sin t, it will give you 6 cos square t sin t. 6 cos square t sin t minus 3 sin t. This is dx by dt. Then we have dy by dt. What will be dy by dt? See, you have to write each and everything. I just take shortcut. Either you love it or don't, or you rebuke at me. But I follow a very, very safe and easy way to actually solve the question. So now sin t, so 3 is 0, minus 2 sin square t will be 2 sin t, and then sin t will be cos t. So I'm writing it minus 4 sin t cos t, and then we have, I'm just rechecking it. Then we have to write 3 minus 2 sin square t like that, and then we have to differentiate sin t. So 3 minus 2 sin square t it will be, and differentiation of sin t is going to be cos t. Okay, let us open. Minus 4 sin square t cos t, and plus 3 cos t, and minus 2 sin square t cos t. Minus 2 sin square t cos t. Now what do you see? Something is forming. 3 cos t I am taking outside, and minus 4 sin square t cos t and minus 2 sin square t cos t is minus 6 sin square t cos t. Okay. Now you see, if we take certain thing common, we will get a formula here. Okay. So if I take 3 sin t here in dx by dt, inside this you will get 2 square t minus 1. Alright, this one. So 3 sin t and 1 minus 2 cos square t is what? 1 minus 2 cos square t and 2 cos square t minus 1. It is cos 2t. We have already seen this in previous discussion. Here also 3 cos t will take outside, and then 1 minus 2 sin square t. So 3 cos t, 1 minus 2 sin square t is what? It is cos. It is same thing, cos 2t. So dy by dt divided by dx by dt, that will do. So 3 cos t cos 2t. And from here I have taken dy by dt now dx by dt. Let us write. It is going to be 3 sin t cos 2t. So this gets cancelled, 3 cos 2t, and we get cot t by sin t, which is going to cos t by sin t, that is cot t. It is to be found out at pi by 4. It is 45 degree, tan 45 degree, cot 45 degree. They both are 1. Next one. X is equal to 1 plus log t by t square. Y is 3 plus 2 log t by t. dy by dt we have to find out. So dx by dt is going to be equal to, we are applying the quotient rule. T to the power 4, t square here, 1 plus cos 1 plus log t is what? 1 is 0, log t is 1 by t. So just write 1 by t. Okay. T square whole square, then t square above, then 1 plus log t is 0, log t is 1 by t. So it is good. And then we have here minus, then 1 plus log t will remain like that. Differentiation of t square is going to be 2t. So t, 1t you can cancel this. So we have t minus twice of t. So 2t here. So minus 2t and minus 2t log t. In the denominator you have t to the power 4. So numerator t minus 2t is minus t. And then we have minus 2t log t. Minus 2t log t, denominator you have 2 to the power 4. So I am taking from the numerator minus t outside. It will be 1 plus 2 log t. And in the denominator you have 2 to the power t to the power 4, t raised 4. You can cancel this also. T cube it will be. So this is your dx by dt. And we are going to use it just now. But before that, let us find out your dy by dt. dy by dt is what? Directly doing. I am doing directly. So t raised square, t square. And t will be here 3 0 2 log t is 1 by t. So 2 1 by t will be plus 3 plus 2 log t will remain like that, 3 plus 2 log t. And then we have 3 plus 2 log t and differentiation of t is 1. So 2 plus 3 plus 2 log t, 2 plus 3. Oh, there is a negative in between. See, whenever we do the quotient rule, where will be negative? In between. I have written plus. That's my mistake. And I urge you, I request you that while doing these questions, sometimes if I can make mistake, everyone can mistake. Everyone to err is human. So there is a problem here in the quotient rule. There will be a negative in between. Okay. So it will be 2 plus 2 minus 3 plus 2 log t. So let us do this. 2 minus, so it will be 2 minus 3 minus 2 log t. And then 2 minus 3 is going to be minus 1 and minus 2 log t. So it is now matching what we have in the dx by dt. This is negative. Okay. So this is negative, this is negative. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. And this is minus 2 log t. And in the denominator you have t square. So I am taking minus 1 outside. 1 plus 2 log t divided by t square. Now dy by dt is known, dx by dt is known. Divide dy by dt. Let us find out dy by dt by dx by dt. So we have minus 1 plus 2 log t here. Divided by what? You have t cube. Okay. So what do you get? Negative gets cancelled. 1 plus 2 log t can get cancelled. T cube goes up. T cube by t square. 1 t gets cancelled. You get a t. Okay. So I am sorry. I am deeply, humbly sorry, because in quotient rule there will be negative in between. So we have, see, this question can be done in different ways. Since we have already taken up question number 18 and most of the thing we have already done there, so I am going to do this question directly. Alright. Sin x is 2t by 1 plus t square. If I write x, it will be sin inverse 2t by 1 plus t square. In question number 18, we have already seen when we put t as tan theta, it will be, this whole solution will be 2 tan inverse t. Then tan y is equal to 2t by 1 minus t square. Y can be written as tan inverse of 2t by 1 minus t square. In question number 18 and earlier questions also, when we put t as tan theta, or the way we have already explained, you can easily get this as 2 tan inverse t. So x is equal to the right hand side is same for both of this. So dx by dt, dy by dt, they both are same. 2 tan inverse t, 2 tan inverse t. Okay. When we take dy by dx, it is nothing but dy by dt divided by dx by dt. Even if you take the differentiation, tan inverse t is what? 1 by 1 plus t square. So 2 1 plus t square here. Here also 2 1 plus t square. Dy by dt will be 2 1 plus 1 by 1 plus t square. So when you get this 2 into 1 by 1 plus t square, dy by dt also 2 1 by 1 plus t square. So when we find out dy by dt and divided by dx by dt, that is going to be equal to dy by dx, and that is nothing but both are equal. So you visually you can see both are equal, but you have to write everything. Okay, you just cancel it out, you just say the answer is 1. This will take some time. Okay, I am just requesting you to go and refer to question number 18. Write the derivative of sin x with respect to cos x. That is d sin x divided by d cos x you have to do. That you have to do. Alright, sin x, assume u as sin x, assume v as cos x. So what you have to do is du by dv, derivative of sin x with respect to cos x. So du by dv you have to do, du by dv. So when u is sin x, v is cos x, du by dx will be, du by dx is sin x will be, differentiation of sin x will be cos x, and dv by dx cos x will be minus sin x. So let me write it again. So we have ultimately, we have to find out du by dv, please remember. So cos x minus sin x, now you have to find out du by dv, let us divide them, du by dv. So it will be cos x divided by minus sin x. So minus cot x it will be, du by dv, okay, minus cot x. Okay, this is all about this exercise. Thank you so much and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.